Obodo bịa gwa m ihe njem agahụ n'ama. 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 Hey! Gwa m ihe njem agahụ n'ama. Obi dị mgbe ajụ mbadamba na-abụ isi ọkụ. That's fact. Ekele mama. Mbụbaka ibe ya ego, mbụbaka ibe ya ego. Ekere mgba. Ogene ya kpọtụwa. Ogene ọfụma ụkwa dị n'anya ya ịṅa amụ nṅa gị. Spirituality no, ihe a mụrụ amụ abụghị spirituality. Gee ntị ka ịnụ ihe ọ ya agwa ụlọ. Sokwa na-abịa. In 70s, I was there. Ihe ahụ m mụtara gị mee ka ndị obodo soro gị hụ. Ihe mụrụ amụ abụghị spirituality. Africans, spirituality is not science. There's no science in spirituality. Let us embrace our science so that we can start building again. Spirituality cannot build anything. There's something help you doesn't mean it's out of this world or is spiritual or anything. No. Come on. Okay. Got you, yeah. Onye bụ n'ibe ya ụmụ okorobịa ihe na-eku ume na anwụ anwụ. Onye bụ n'ibe ya onye bụ igbu gị igbu ya period. Oderi Google. What's up, family and friends? Here we are, unlike how I used to say it before. So, somebody asked me to share this about Africans and African leaders. So, I've been saying that every day, there's no day that will pass I will not talk about us, Africans and African leaders, okay? Please, Madri enter buffet. Next time, if you want to make a live video, tell our people to know their heroes when they are still alive. Please, let black people always know their heroes when they are still alive, not when there is no more. Please do it so that people will learn. We always celebrate our heroes when there are no more. That is not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. So I say, let me do this, especially since it's for us to learn. And as I've been saying, there's no truth that is beyond us. There's no truth that is above us. There's no truth that is outside us. We are the truth. So whatever truth you want to know or you need to know, start it with yourself. You will find out it's very, very clear. You will know it. So I titled this, Who Are We as a People? Who are we Africans? Who are we black people? He asked me, that's Mr. Ugonna. I also tag him on this video so that he can come on it and see, because he requested this. When was that? That was like that's Monday, right? Like on Monday, uh, on Wednesday, something like that. Maybe last week, no, Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday. Okay, so the fact is this: as we speak, Africans and their African leaders are slaves to white people. You can argue against it all you want, but that is fact. We are still slaves. We are still converts. We are still under their control, under their influence. Whatever we are doing, even if we call it our culture and tradition, even if we call it spirituality, we are under their control. It started with their invasion. Then they enslave us and colonize us. How can you be talking about maybe you are against the West or you are against white people? And we are not talking about how to change that Berlin Conference where they divided Africa. Africa is still under that spell. We are not, they didn't teach us that. Did you learn that in your school? No, especially in Africa. No, it's online. I come to learn about Berlin Conference, not in any school. Whether it's in a church, anywhere, there's no place they taught us about the Berlin Conference, or they call it Congo Conference, or they call it West African Conference. But it's white people doing all that. Just as the white people created the place you call Nigeria today, no black man was consulted. Wherever they have the meeting to create Nigeria in 1914, no Nigerian was there. No Nigerian. But you see Nigerians today say, yeah, Nigeria, God, even they believe that it's God that established Nigeria, okay? So let them keep suffering there. Their suffering will never end. It will never end until Nigeria ends. If you say Nigeria must stand, you are suffering, they are suffering, we continue. You say you are wishing them ill. Of course, they are in it already. It's not a wish, it's a fact. They are in it already. So, when you're talking about African leaders, they are they really African leaders? Those you call African leaders, no matter who they are, including, is it what is the? I always, anytime I want to speak about this man or talk about this man, I always forget that his country. Mr. Paul, and they share it in this group. Let me see if I can. I always forget to say that in his country because it's not, it's not that country that most of us know like that. In Africa, like when you make Uganda, you can never forget anything about Uganda. You used to watch Indian Union of Uganda, the movies. Then most countries in West Africa, I know them very well. Anytime I want to talk about this man, this one, he said he closed churches. He mentioned how many churches he closed. Did he close Catholic Church? He closed weak church or poor people's church, not the established churches that are still robbing people in his country. He didn't touch those ones. It's the ones that are touchable he touched. The untouchables he cannot. His name is still Paul, right? That means when I say that, I don't say his name. He's greater than his name. I mean, he's still a Christian. So if he's still a Christian, that's bullshit. You close church. Which church? Did he close his own church? The one he's attending. Mm-mm. Okay, so all of them, all the African leaders that we have today, what did they use to swear in when they take the oath of office? They make that allegiance to uphold the constitution. What constitution based on what? Who made the constitution? Huh? That's what Africans. Thank you, Mr. Herbert. Rwanda. Thank you. I'm still I'm still going through where I want to see where they make his post in UKC. I just see it now. Where they make posts about him, where he say, I agree just to protect I agree just be protected very well because the petrodollar white supremacists will do everything to stop it. You know? Then case in point is Gaddafi. That's bullshit. Our people always talk about Gaddafi like Gaddafi was African hero. He was not African hero. Quote me anywhere. He was Islamic hero. Gaddafi was not African hero. He was Islamic hero. You say, oh, he wanted to create gold currency. For who? For Muslims. You know how our people were suffering in Libya when he was alive? Which Christian was in support of Gaddafi when Gaddafi was alive? For the fact he's a Muslim, Christians will be against him. The South Africans who are Christians, Adibin is a Christian, Muslim African Muslims will be against him. This is what is going on in Africa. But Africans, because we are slaves, we are looking for less harsh slave master who is less harsh to us. At least who can give us a bag of rice, who can give us some beans, who can give us some money, who can. That's what we're looking for. Because we are consumers. We are not builders, we are not producers. We have land, yet we are not farming. We cannot produce even our own food. We pay a lot to eat when we have the land. We have the land to have food in store, but we don't. Even the ones that produce the food, they put, of course, money now. How will you give what you produce free to people? When they make money, they will come insulting you with their money. Okay, then you sell it to make the money too. Everything has money tag on it. Everything. So this is why we have what Fela called Kolo mentality. We are still under our masters. Yet we claim God is our master, God is our Lord, God created us, God gave us a God. Why you are slave under your fellow human being? Your fellow human being is your slave master. You are depending on him. Even when they make all those money from you, what they take from your land, they say they are loaning you the money. They borrow you the money. You have to pay back. So your debt will be forever. That's the system you are in. And that system that give you God and money. These two things, they get is strange things to Africa. God and money has no place in Africa. You know, no, the money you are using is not African money. Where is your African money? Where is your African currency? You don't have one. Naira, cities, bullshit. All those things you are slave master. Our slave master. The money system, the monetary system we are using is from who? We don't have African one anymore. This man singing now, he said that ego mboshie, ego larahia. That is no longer accepted in the market. That's what he said. Who will do that? Which people will do that? Their own currency. They rejected it. They say no, it's not accepted in our market. Why people will not do that? Instead, they will force other people to take their money, to be using their money. Kolo mentality. Every African leader, they swore in other placing their hands on Quran or Torah or Bible. And you're telling me the African leaders. Africans don't need leaders. A people don't need leader. Leader supposed to be a representative, like representing the youth or representing the people, but not to lead the whole people. To lead the people humanly, you need elders. Every family produce elder. That's what Africans had. But we don't know that one anymore because they came and destroyed our civilizations. We think our civilization is we are kings and queens. That's bullshit. Kings and queens are slave owners. We are gods and goddesses. That's mythology bullshit. Somebody believing, no, my parents are not dead. They are still living in me. That's bullshit. We are both kings and queens. We are both gods and goddesses. Look at me now. Something that was created to make you bow is anti-nature, is evil. Anything that was formed to force you to walk is anti-nature, is evil. Kolo mentality. So they make you base everything on what is written in their book. They said in Joshua chapter 1 verse 8, this book of the law shall not depart from your eyes. You must meditate therein day and night to observe and do all that is written according to all that is written therein. Then you will do what? He said, then you will make your way prosperous. You will have good success. If you don't follow their book, you will never. They will bring you down. That is the system. Every African leader sworn allegiance to that evil lying book called the Bible, called the Quran, called the Quran, depending on their religion. If they are Jews, they place on the Torah. If they are Muslims, they place on Quran. If they are Christians, they place on the Bible. Book of lies. And that's where they take it from. Their constitution, they also, everything we have as a people, doing as a people, have been influenced by those evil lying books they call holy books. You see them, African leaders, they say they are calling on God. You see what is happening in Nigeria? National prayer. Even they have global prayer. Not national science, not global science. And you see them serious about it. Global, you see them fasting and praying. Jeremiah 33 verse 3, call unto me, I will answer you and show you great and mighty things that you know not. Things they're supposed to research to know, they are praying to know. It can never happen. You cannot pray to know anything. You cannot pray to understand anything. You cannot pray to be wise about anything. You have to research to know, and you do it. That's when you become wise. We don't have any wise leader in Africa. If we have any wise leader, we've been building, we will not need any religion. We will not have Christianity, Islam, or Judaism in our land as a major religion. How many of them swore with African deity? How many African leaders? Those people you call your African leaders, how many of them sworn with African deity? And you saying they're African leaders. They also believe the line in the book, John chapter 3, verse 16. God so loved the world. So we are one. We are all of us, we are one. One human race. Come on, we are one. So there's nothing wrong if we depend on them. After all of us will still go to heaven. All of us will be one there. You are not one with them here. You are not enjoying the science they're enjoying, but you believe you will go to heaven with them to enjoy. That's why you are upholding their lives, which they call holy book. Building your life, building everything about you on it. And since we embrace them, everything, our leaders, everything is according to them. That's why we are divided. You're supposed to know the genesis, the root of your problem. If you don't know the root of your problem, you can never solve that problem. That's why it seems that African problems are unsolvable. The more they break, the more their problem is increasing instead of decreasing. They don't have any plan to decrease their problem or to solve their problem. All the plan they have is to manage their problem so it will keep growing. They're growing with their problem. It's like their clothes. They keep adding to it. The more they grow bigger, they add to the clothes. They're not changing the clothes. They gave you a God. They gave you a Savior telling you that He comes to give you peace. He said, no. If you read their book very well, He said, He did not come to bring peace, but division. In a united family, Africa was family before white people came. They weren't fighting and killing each other. They weren't selling, kidnapping and selling each other as slaves. No, they weren't doing all that bullshit. Everything slavery came from them, Arabs and Europeans, not from Africans. But today you have been educated in their system that you believe, yeah, you were doing that before they came. So if you are doing that before they came, why you didn't slave them? Why have you not at least tried to enslave white people? If your ancestors were enslaving them, were enslaving themselves, so why can't you enslave strangers? Is that why you are using your voodoo or your juju against your own self, but you cannot use it against white people unless to take money from them? If Yahoo boys can use charm of juju or voodoo to make white woman to pay into their account or white people to pay into their account, so why can't they do the same also? At least use those Yahoo boys to get the code how to build your own nuclear weapons. How to those things you fear they can do. You fear they can see you in your bedroom. Why can't you see them in their own bedroom? So no, because God blindfold you. The book they gave to you, when you place it on your face, it blindfold you. This is how the Bible is to Africans. They cannot see because the Bible is before them, because Quran is before them, because Torah is before them. They cannot see their future. They cannot see way forward. There are people that believe in the lying book given to them by their slave master, not the books they wrote themselves. And you see them reading themselves into that book. Yeah. They are not even quoting that book, maybe just as they are playing on a serious matter. You will hear African leader quoting one thing in the Bible as backup to what they're doing. Don't worry, the people of Israel cross the Red Sea. We will cross this problem. Idiot. Everything about Israel is fallacy. It never existed until 1948. That is how they taught us self-hate. Jesus said, if you don't hate your father, mother, siblings, and yourself, you are not qualified to be his disciple. And if you're not his disciple, you're not going to see God. You're not going to heaven. So Africans want to go to heaven. They have been suffering. Africa is hellfire. They want to go to heaven. Where is heaven? They're pointing at heaven. Adult. You ask adult that is talking about heaven. Where is heaven? He's pointing to the sky. Think. You ask your little child to show you something and is pointing to the sky. What will you say that child about that child? You know, he's a child. They don't know nothing. The same way, grown adults, you are talking about heaven you have not seen and you cannot see. But because it's written in a book, you have sworn to live by. Where is the heaven? You're pointing to the air. You believe the lie. We are not ourselves yet, Africans. Tell ourselves the truth, the honest truth, not religious truth, not political truth, honest truth. That's the truth that will set you free. That is the truth that will set you on the path of restoration and recovery. Honest truth. We are still slaves, hungry, in need of food. That's why we don't care about science. We don't care about the real thing in life. Because we are hungry, we want to eat first. Why are we leaving Africa for America, for Europe, for Asia? We want to chase away poverty from our family. People who are hungry, you want them to go start learning how to invent things or start learning about science. They will tell you nobody know. No, you don't have to know everything. Don't worry about that. After the on the last day, you will know. They're not trying to learn. In America, for example, you see children trying to find out something. They begin to play with it. They can go to the store and buy certain things they need to do that. When a child in Africa, you don't have money to buy egg, and if they go and take it, they say it's a thief. They can burn them to ashes for stealing egg because of poverty. Hungry people. How can we be planning about science and technology? We don't. You see, sometimes our people share, say, let us celebrate this person. This little boy made flyover, or he made electricity. Bullshit. Every time, that's what we keep hearing in Africa. But do you see government pursuing them to at least using them to say, okay, develop it? Let us sponsor you. We have all the money to do that, but no, it's only few people dividing it, and that's why they are puppets. Only few people, and their cronies or their friends or their family members. And that's why after all said and done, they still suffering like everyone else. You're telling me to tell our people to know our heroes, to know our leaders. We don't have one. Where are they? African revolutionaries, and you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are a Jew. You are not African revolutionaries. No, you are still hungry. You need food. Don't you see the collapse of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That's what our people still believe in. But the Nigeria government is still holding him. Where is the Chukwokika Biama? It doesn't matter who you are. If you have any foreign religion in Africa and you say you are using, you're fighting for African revolution, no, you're not. No, you're not. They said during Nigeria Biafran war, our people were saying, we are soldiers fighting for the Lord in the name of Jesus. We must conquer. Did we conquer? That's why I said to them, so long Nigeria stand, it will be getting worse. No amount of prayer, no amount of prophecy, no amount of God can stop it. Because it is not African. Nigeria is not African. It's British bullshit. It must end. You say it's not. Okay. Who call it giant of Africa? You're supposed to know. Who call it the giant of Africa? Giant in suffering. Giant in bullshit. Our African leaders are puppets. They are puppets to world powers. Do you see? Maybe have you ever had any world power doing something? They say, "Oh, we want to consult Nigerian government to do something." You see, when they kill Gaddafi with ordinary gun. Oh, ordinary gun. Is it? What is that gun that is greater, a little bit greater than AK-47? That's what they use. Oh, is it AR or something? He ran into a hole. They go there and catch him. Even Osama bin Laden was not dead like that. Osama bin Laden have human shield. They have to kill those people. They said before they get to you. But Africans, they run their mouth. Even people that are around them, they see them as their subjects. No, that's bullshit. Of course, all of us are still hungry, in need of food. All of us. If they were not puppets, the Western world would not have left them alone. Yes. But think about it. I keep asking Africans, why can't you learn from Japan? Why can't you learn from China? Okay, let's say those ones maybe, you made, okay. How about North Korea? Who gave them nuclear weapon? Think about that. How did they get it? Trick. Why people are not smart as we all think. But our people still exalt them, intrude them as smart people or smartest people on earth. Use trick. China use trick. See where China is today. China is like a bee on their scrotums. They cannot kill it. They leave it there. It's there, enjoying itself also. They will come after you if you are not equipped. African leaders only have speeches. They make speeches. The weapons they have, they buy from white people. Imagine you fighting your enemies with the weapons your enemies made. The weapon they sold to you is the one they are no longer using. They have superior ones. That's why they sold those ones to you. Africa, you don't want to listen. You don't want to learn. When Haitians defeated France, they did not use just their weapons. They added their own ancestral powers, which Africans have because they're Africans. They blocked technology from Africa because they gave them the school, the system to keep them away from it. As as our people always say, they taught us away from our science. They taught us away from our truth. They left us with spirituality. Africans have spirituality. But even Africans don't understand what they call spirituality is bullshit. Spirituality is bullshit. But they try to spiritualize our African powers too, which white people already stole too. It is science. Then instead of them to find out, okay, build something with your spiritual, you cannot. So it's science. Go build something. Then we have African powers. Powers that you can place this thing here. Somebody will be looking at it and they think this thing is just a paper. Let me say that again. Africans can build their own nuclear weapons or their own weapon that is greater than nuclear weapons. If they can use their African power, stop spiritualizing it. When you spiritualize it, use it against yourselves. You cannot even use it against your enemies because spirituality tells you to mind yourself, mind your business. So even if somebody kill you, it's okay. The gods will deal with that person. No. But if it's your own brother, you come to kill me, I will kill you. Your own brother. Bring your champ, I bring my own. Let us see who is who. Your own brother. We know the two tortoises. Which one is male? Your own brothers. But when you see white people, you become so soft like Agidi. Like you become so soft. Go to the airport and see how we behave when we. Oh man. We have become grammar reading people. That's English grammar. We blow grammar, blah, 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 blah. When I listen to like Russia, Putin, he don't speak English. He may know how to speak English, but you see, he don't address his people with English. But you see, Africans, you must know how to speak English. In fact, if you don't know how to speak English, you cannot become African leader. You are qualified to lead Africa if you went to Cambridge, Harvard, all those universities they have in Europe and America. If you have not attended them, you are not qualified. Just the same thing they do to you in religion. They tell you that God is the one that chooses leaders. But it's educated people that are mega church owners, educated ones, the ones that know how to blow grammar. The same thing, our leaders, or you call them politicians. Is it not the same thing? The ones that went abroad, that's the one. They are checking the asset of. I was on Google. I was checking something. So they said the asset of the 10 richest men in Anambra State. The asset is in dollar, $5 million, $5 billion. That's not our thing. It's not our thing. Grammar reading people. If you don't know even to marry, a woman that know how to speak grammar will marry a rich husband than a beautiful woman that know how to speak that don't know how to speak grammar. Because our people think speaking fluent English or good English or great English that makes you intelligent. That means you know than others. No, I am not that educated. There's no educated man that know anything more than me unless what they learn. But when it comes to things of life, I don't need whatever degree you have. I will beat you to it because it's natural. It's for all of us. And what they taught you in school blindfold you, but not me. I can see nature brighter than you because I am not educated. You are. So, but you can speak English, of course. They flog me in the school then. If I speak my own language, it must be English. And my own language, I was having over more than 100% in it. I was good in English too. Maths, I was like 50-50 in English. Anytime they give us maths, it's always 20 questions. I will just answer the first one. That's in elementary school. I will just answer the first 10. First 10 is always easy. I know when I get that one, it's 50. Then the rest, because I was stubborn, I was not even paying attention to other. I was never in the class like that. But when I sit for exam, I pass because I learned earlier how to use the teacher's question to answer his question or her question. It's something I'm still using today. These things are natural to us Africans. We taught them all that. The African leaders are puppets to Europe, to America, to Asia. Where are they borrowing money now from? Hey, China want to take over the Uganda airport. They want to take over this sea part. They want to take over this because of the loan they cannot pay. And you say the African people, African leaders, people that was coming to us to learn, people that was coming to us to borrow. We are now learning from them, borrowing from them. And you think they will teach you to be better than them, or they will let you, or they will lend you money to be better than them. We have to destroy everything they establish in our land and rebuild our land. Everything we need to become a great people again is in our land. That's why they don't want to go. But you can chase them away. They said during the war, when the soldiers came to my village, there's this, they don't know the culture. I know, so our people, they respect serpent, especially that queen's serpent. So they say they will think it's just like the serpent in their place. They go there, their body touch the serpent, they just die. They sleep and die, they run away. We have that powers, but you have spiritualized it, making us scared of using it. I hear some people say, no, there is no juju, no, there's no power in it, no. I say it's the same thing with gun. The reason why you're using gun now because our slave master made it. But the juju we have that we can also package well, like gun, use it. The same thing gun does, the same thing juju does. Gun can fail you, juju can fail you. And when I try to open the eyes of our people, they say, no, anyone that believes in juju is stupid. You are the one stupid. You don't want to learn about it. And because they have spiritualized it. This is what your ancestors established. And you are one with that, your ancestors. Can't you think you can know that because you are one with them? You are the ancestors you're talking about. There are things I tell you about Africa. I didn't learn from anywhere because I was there then. We are the one. Akebulans, we are the one. We resisted white supremacy. We resisted their invasion. And you thought we died and we are in the spiritual world doing what? We are not. We are still here. Wake up, Africans. We lost our word. Do you hear what I just said? We lost our word. Now we think cosmology is our word, theology is our word, spirituality is our word. Bullshit. We lost our word. Our word was scientific knowledge, full of knowledge. Like when they came, you never hear about an African that was a slave and was teaching the slave masters mathematics. You never heard about that. I've been sharing that. But because of your upset at me for posting against Christianity, against Islam, against Judaism, against Abrahamic religion, you don't care to educate yourself from what I'm sharing. At least I'm living in a place I have steady power supply and this high-speed internet connection. I am paying for them. And I'm using them. I can share hundreds of posts a day. But some of you cannot. Even to listen to 2 minutes video, you know you will not do that because your data will finish. Then the one I managed to share for you to join, at least even if you glance to it, it will register. Then later you will continue, engaging people in discussion to learn. When I say we lost our word, I mean we lost our originality. We are the original people. They are fake. You say, what do you mean? Do your own research. You can find it on my wall too. They know they are fake. That's why they are after us. And they thought they can exterminate us. No. Their God sent them to have dominion, to dominate us, to replenish the earth. No, not we are. Even if it's only one black man and one black woman remain, they will still prevail. We lost our word, and some of them, let me share it with us so they can learn. We lost our African family structure and they forced us to embrace their marriage. Today, marriage. You go to church, you see many of our women looking for husband. You see that pastor. You say, if you are here looking for a husband, he brought some men, about maybe a few of them, about 5 or 7 men. He lined them up. He said, come and choose who you will marry. You see women lining up behind those men. Then these people will tell you that, polygamy is evil. The world has changed. Oh, polygamy is evil, and you are not a virgin. You are not married. Somebody else is living with your husband. And because you have that evil mentality, I will not share my man with any woman. I will not share my husband with any woman. Okay, see your life now. You are praying for that woman to die so that you can marry that man. You become evil because you lost your originality and embrace their fake. We don't have African family structure anymore. It is in African family structure that you learn how to live humanly, not being slaves. In African family structure, you will not allow your child to go and become apprentice to anyone, to go and become slave to anyone. No. We don't even allow our children to go to live in abroad, in another town, in another place. Because when you leave your boundary, you become slaves, whether you like it or not. It's not your land anymore. In a strange land, you are a slave. You are a stranger. They can treat you, they can kill you, nothing will happen. But not in your own land. Africans have lost that. But today, pray. All your prayer cannot save your marriage. All your prayer can never stop your marital. I was talking with one, he said, 2 people cannot live alone without having issues. So that's bullshit. And that's nonsense mentality. Many of you have Iskolo mentality. You must fight. You must be fight. A man and a woman fighting. So they must fight. And you're going in there. I said, if you go through this road, you will get accident. Yet you're going through it. You are stupid. If you know a man and woman cannot live as husband and wife, as they say, without fighting, without quarreling, why are you going in there? They tell you the marriage is for better and for worse, and you say you are going in. Why are you going in? They tell you, oh, God will help you. The grace of God is there. God will strengthen you. Don't worry. God will help you overcome. And the most shameful one is this: priests who are not marrying you, wedding you. A priest who don't have wife, who don't believe in having wife, who don't even believe in having sex, is the one that joining you together and telling you how to stay with your wife. And you go to church, you stay with your level of education age. A priest is telling you things. A priest is not qualified to teach you anything. I mean, like Roman Catholic priest who is not married, he's not qualified to teach you anything. But you go there and you want me to be coming online and be arguing with you. You are bush. I don't argue with sheep. I don't do that. I don't waste my time like that. I trust them. That's why Facebook keep blocking me, because I always trust them. I use certain words. It's okay. You not post for 7 days. You not post for 3 days. You not post for 1 month. All that bullshit. Since this year, they just blocked me this for 1 week ago, right? So they blocked me once with this profile this year. Before it used to be every 2 weeks they must block me. Every 2 weeks they unblock me. I do that. They block me again. Every time. Especially when I started posting all these sexy pictures, No, this one. So I found out the secret. Don't show the titties. Don't show the private. Let there be something covering it. So at least I learned from incidents or what happened around me. How about the school system? What we call education. It has nothing to do with Africa. It's not our African school system. How can we be talking about our restoration, our recovery, when we don't have our own African school system? It's like when some Igbo people say that, oh, we don't want Igbo language to die. But in the whole Igbo land, there's no Igbo school, no single Igbo school. That's in a school where every subject is taught in Igbo language. It's not. I don't even know how to recite our ABCD, that's our alphabet, but I can recite the English one. A, B, C, D, E, L. I can recite the English one, but our own, I don't know. They taught us that, but it's not the main thing. My daughter asked me, do you know how to recite the ABC? I said, I don't know. I used to know most of them, but now I don't know, because we used to recite it. I used Krama Ego, Nketago, Esha, Ago, Wando, Yego. I don't know how to. Even when I was in Nigeria, when I have my daughter there, I say she will never learn Igbo language. Why? Because you cannot use the Igbo language in Igbo land to get job. You cannot use your African language to get job in Africa. Then why am I teaching it? Why am I letting my children to learn it? Say our language will not die. What can you do with our language? Whatever it is you are holding about Africans, especially spirituality, what can you do with it? How can you use it to help us? It doesn't help us, because it's a belief. School system. It's in the school system that they taught us white supremacy. We know about world history, but we don't know our history. They don't teach us our history. It is now I'm educating myself through social media or through search engines like Google, YouTube, to know about ourselves. There are some Igbo language is on Google. I will type, what is this thing called in Igbo language? My daughter asked me, do you know all your colors in Igbo language? I said, no. I said, I don't know. Red is Uhe. Yeah, I know that one. But many of them, I don't know. Is there any white kids that don't know their color? But Africans don't. Is that not why we have their name? They don't have our names. And we know their names more than them. Africans. How about healthcare system? Where is our own healthcare system? Don't you know that every African before, in every family, they have health issue they treat? If you are having swollen neck, they know the family you will go and be treated free of charge. Free of charge. Because when that family also is in need, they will come to, if you are the one that have it, they will come also free of charge. But they learn medicine from us. They take the, now they build health care. We don't have health care, they do. Now we are paying through our nose. Our leaders are traveling to their countries for medical checkup, for medical treatment, not in Africa. There's no doctor in Africa that will come before me and make noise. When you cannot even treat your politicians, they don't trust you. You are just there making money. That's the purpose of being doctor, just making money. That's it. But before, every family have native doctor, because that's how the system works. It's a natural thing. There is somebody that know about it, and that person dedicate his life. Nobody was troubling him. Every other person taking care of him. That's where they stole and made up this Levitical priesthood and all bullshit. It's our system they stole it from, and forcing other people now to bring tithes and offering to the priests. No, we weren't doing that. Our brethren, our brothers, our sisters, they were doing that. Treating others, and we take care of them. You think it's white people that give you all this? What do they call it? Is it parenthood something? Like if a woman don't want to be taken in, there is something she can put inside the vagina or take. Our ancestors were doing all that, but we didn't know. They taught us away from them. So everything healthcare we think is white people. Oh, white people that weren't giving us that. We don't know about medicine and care anymore. Then you can see one person say, I made this medicine. It can cure every disease. No, there's no one medicine that can cure every disease. If you take it, whatever disease is, take it. And that's one of the ways our people are dying. Local medicine. Nobody, no toasted, or just take it, whatever you're suffering. You are healed. No. How about banking or money system? As I said earlier, where is our own African banking system? They are controlling us through money. They are controlling us through God. We believe God is our creator. Who gave us that God? Our slave master. We believe life is nothing without money. Who gave us that money? Our slave master. And they tell you in Matthew chapter 6, verse 24, you cannot serve those two masters at the same time. They gave you those two masters and asked you to choose one. And they are the one doing that. They tell you those things. They are the master. God, money. Who tell you cannot live without God? Who tell you cannot live without money? You don't need God. You don't need money to live. You weren't born with any of it. You weren't born with God or knowledge of God. You weren't born with money or knowledge of money. It's something they made up for control, and they're still controlling us. How about agricultural system? As I said earlier, we have land. We are buying food. Shame. Before, when I was growing up, you can go to another people's compound and pluck fruit and eat belly full. Not for sale. Or you're passing by, they are plugging the fruit, they give you some. Take with your go. Basket of it, bowl of it, take. Today, even the one that that children used to go and pick, no, you don't, they not go there, they will chase you. They bring it out and for sale. Where is our own African science and technology? We gave it to the world. We don't have it anymore. I just mentioned this to show you that we lost our world as a people. So when you are talking about African leaders, what Africa? We don't have one yet. When you have true African leaders, they will not believe in Christianity, they will not believe in Islam, they will not believe in Judaism. They will not even be practicing spirituality. They will follow our ancient, great African ancestors who were white builders, recorded in Genesis chapter 11, 1 to 5. And the white people confirm. They said these people are one, speaking with one language. Nothing they imagine to do that they will not succeed. He said nothing will stop them. Say whatever they propose to do, nothing will refrain them, or nothing will stop them from achieving it. They say, come, let us build, they build. They say, come, let us make, they make. And white people get jealous, become envious, say we must invent them. Let us go and scatter them to stop them from building. They stopped us from building. We did not stop building. They stopped us from building. We can restore ourselves. We can recover our heritage. Let us restore our African powers that shook white people, that make them say, no, we have to find way to trick these people and scatter them. We were great, but they invaded us and they converted us. We are converted people. I made that video before. According to Matthew chapter 23, verse 15, they crossed land and sea to convert us and make us to wise children of hell than them. They are children of hell and they make us to wise. We were not. We were children of nature, children of the universe. Look at Africans today and tell me who we are presently. Tell me. Tell me who we are presently. Tell me. Converted people, they converted us. We are no longer ourselves. We don't have leaders. All the leaders represent white men, just as the priests, imams, pastors. They are called what? Supervisors. They are representing our slave masters, supervising us for them. We were quiet and secure people, lacking nothing, according to Judges chapter 18, verse 7 to 10, until they invaded us, according to the same place, verse 27, and renamed it. They have done all this. It's no longer in secret. It's not a mystery. What white people did to us is no longer a mystery. But the thing is this, another fact is this. Our slavery condition is not permanent. No condition is permanent. Do you know where I get that word from? My father's bicycle. The first bicycle I had as a human being, my father's bicycle, it was written on the chain cover, no condition is permanent. I didn't know it. I will be using it today. Africans, if we can start doing well today, it's still early. We are timeless people. Don't let their time discourage you. You know, we have been in this for. We once ruled them, colonized Europe. Spain, the place we call Spain today, for 700 years. We did not enslave them. We build roads, give them everything. We were builders. Everywhere we go, we see them living like animals. We go there and begin to build them. Then Catholic Vatican get up and begin to chase us out of Spain. That's how they begin to kill us. Today, Catholic has taken over. That's white supremacy. We need to wake up first. You tell me to tell Africans to know their leaders when they are alive, not when they are dead. No. Spirituality taught us to honor the dead. That's what is happening. Our people honor the dead, not the living. It's part of the system. Oh man. I don't honor the dead because death is not evil. It's a natural thing. I am the dead you are talking about. I was alive. I died. I'm alive now. I will die again and will be alive, is eternal natural life. Stop honoring the dead. Oh, I lost my mother, I lost my father, because you are still a slave. You cannot lose anyone. We don't lose ourselves. But because we have lost our world, that's why we think death. Oh, he died, she died. Oh, why you kill him? And that's why we are running away from them. They want to kill us. No, they cannot kill us. They are waiting for us to regroup, equip ourselves, fortify ourselves, and come. I tell you, I'm looking for a native doctor that can fortify me. That even when police see me coming, they will run away. That's what you need. That juju, that voodoo you are using, at least use it against all these police and the military men that is harassing our people. They carry gun harassing us in our own villages. In that village, you have native doctors in our villages. And you see police and army coming with gun harassing us. They can even arrest the so-called, the person you call the king of your town. Hey, in Africa, shame to African leaders. I'm calling on you Africans, begin to use African voodoo against police and the military. Those ones that are harassing our people, you wear camouflage, they beat you to spot. You need to equip fortify yourself. They shoot at you. No, it's not entering. You see how they will trade with caution. They will begin to respect you. They will say, oh, who are the elders of this village? We want to have meeting with you people. And we will no longer be killing our brothers and sisters we call thieves or criminals, because it's condition that made them stealing. If they were provided for by their parents, they won't be stealing. And I didn't say by government too. No, by their parents. Then you make it mandatory. If you have any child or children, you must take care of them. And before you say you're getting married, you must have means of support in case you die. Yeah. And you must know that when it comes to family, it's not about your name. Oh, I want to marry and have children, so my name will continue. No. Your family name, you already have your family name. It will continue, whether you died or not. Stop producing children you cannot take care of. Stop having children you cannot. Don't you think I can have many children? But I say no. I say no. I only have one daughter. I'm not killing myself for that. But the same people doing bullshit. We need to wake up, Africans. Let us wake up. First. Until we wake up, you will say African leaders. You are the same with African leaders. Africans are Africans, whether they are leaders or not. All of them are the same thing. We are slaves. We are converts. That's what we are. We are still under white supremacy. We are not ourselves yet. How many times do you want me to? I will keep saying it until you wake up. If not in this my life, in my next life, we must wake up. Wake up first. Stop having movement without weapons. Or you have movement with the weapons you buy them from white people. Why can't you build your own weapons? If white people know you can build your own weapons and you can test it, you hear North Korea testing their missile. Have you heard of Africans testing their own missile, the one they build? Have you heard Africans doing that? No, latest car. Hey, the latest Range Rover. Hey, the latest house. Hey, you see his wife, very pretty. He's spreading money. Stupid people. That's why I don't have any meeting with them. I don't congregate with them because they will provoke me more, and I will provoke them. We will fight. So why am I going there? I know how it will end. I cannot shut up. I cannot be around them because they must mention God. Imagine me, they ask us to come for meeting. I come and then say, let us pray. You think I will keep quiet? I will go. I'll say, I will curse them and go. Pray what? We come to meeting. Let us build. Let us make. That's what we not let us pray. Not let us fast. Not let us hope. Not let us believe. Not to let us love. No. If we are busy building, we'll not be talking about love. It's now you see Africans saying, you don't love. Even you see women wanting to be making love like Oyibo people to them. Oh, white men are romantic. Yeah, we are not. You don't need to be romantic. Be human. What is romantic? It's a lie. It's fake life. Romantic life is fake life. And that's what you see many women now. Yeah. Tell me that I love you, I love you. She say, yeah. Then after, I love you, Tonto. I don't want you anymore. He fuck you, he don't pick your call anymore. But before he fuck you, all of you spend time on phone, video chat, all manner of chat, talking. He push those I love you words, romantic words into your ears. You get melt. Then you open your leg. He fuck you. Then next time, oh, I'm at work. I will call you back. He's busy. I've done all that also. It's happening. Yet you still see women falling for that. They don't want to listen. Even those ones that are working, making money, it's still happening to them. Some of them that say, I don't need any man. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's natural. Any man or woman that say they don't need one another, they have problem. Every man need a woman. Every woman need a man. Africans, stop looking for leaders. We are supposed to be leaders. Not one person leading you. Any people that is led by one person or by a few people, they are slaves. They are not living humanly. In humanity, all of us, we have come together. They say, come, let us make. Come, let us build. That's how people progress. But you see in the system, we want white man system. We have few people will be controlling the masses, and the masses will be depending on God will help us. God will punish that person. God will do that. God will do that. That's stupid God. Let me say it again. This is why our brother Mazen Nnamdi Kanu now is still in the net of Nigerian government. Having movement without weapon. When he started, he knew that. He was asking for weapon. He came to America asking our people for weapon. They were against him. Of course, because they are Christians. They will be against you. How can you be talking about you're talking about weapon? Vatican have their own army. They have weapons. World powers, they have weapons. That's what makes you powerful. You don't have weapons, you are running your mouth. Learn from Gaddafi, learn from Saddam Hussein. All of them running their mouth, they don't have weapons to withstand. They come and take them out. Then your wife say, Gaddafi, they kill Gaddafi. Idiots. What were you saying when Gaddafi was alive? Before they can, some of the, when you talk about Obama kill Gaddafi. Now, when Russia is dealing with Ukraine and NATO is supporting Ukraine, oh, NATO kill Gaddafi. It's no longer Obama. Black people, Africans, they lost their war. In other words, they lost their mind. That's why they are seeking for God, seeking for goddess, seeking for wanting to worship, what to believe. There is higher power. Don't tell me there's no higher power. And one of the reasons why you are living as slaves is because you keep having children you cannot take care of. When you have a family to take care of, you can fall for anything. Imagine you say you want to save Africa and you say you love your wife and your children. You are not ready. A true savior will not put anyone before him or beside him. No. Learn it from the story of Jesus. Jesus never existed. That is how to save your people. Do you want to save your people? Learn it from the story of Jesus. That is how it works in this world. But you won't know that. You think he's a savior coming to save you. No. It starts with you. How many of you will stand to kill your own brothers and sisters, your parents, to save your people? How many of you will do that? Hear the story of the Levites in the Bible. They kill their family members. They kill their neighbors. They kill their loved ones using their word to become consecrated to God. Then other people will be bringing tithes and offering to them. Think. There is no mystery. It's only stupid people that talking about mystery. No mystery. It's your ignorance that is the mystery. Go and learn. That's why your ignorance is God. Your worship. Let me tell you this, and this is where we close. We are not ready yet to kill because we are slaves. World powers are people who are ready to kill, and they are out killing. They are out, they are doing it. China, all of them, America, UK, all of them kill, they are killing. Killing by all means. If you say, if you bloody, they can engage it psychologically. They are killing. You must learn to kill and possess. Kill and possess is in their book. Remember the story of Ahab and the Naboth, right? First Kings, in the first book of First Kings, chapter 21, verse 19. Because he want to take Naboth's vineyard, he has to kill him. Because Naboth will not allow him to take that vineyard. He said, no, my father gave it to me. I will never do that. It's abomination. But we don't have such people in Africa anymore. That's how our ancestors were. When white people came, they said we must kill them to possess. They said that Elijah asked him, have you killed and possessed? Kill and possess. How do you have Israel? Kill and possess. Are we really ready to kill and possess? You say, no, don't kill, don't kill. Somebody make pose, he said, if you believe in money making ritual, you are doing that. I said, you are talking nonsense. Of course, you must have ritual to make money. When you go to work, where that's why you're working to get paid. What is part of the ritual? No, he said killing. I said, see, you're not ready to reach. Show me one rich man that is not key to be rich. Show it does not exist. If you know what it means to be rich, part of the things that will make you be rich is killing. Kill and possess. And they kill and possess our things. We must kill to recover it. Facebook will block me now. He's preaching violence. Mhm. They want us to change it. What do you want me to preach? Love, 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 love. So we remain slaves. Love your enemies. Pray for those that persecute you. And they slap you on this cheek, turn the other one. Fuck that. Wake up, Africans. We are not yet ourselves, but our condition is not permanent. Let us wake up. Why people are waiting for us to wake up? They know us better than we know ourselves. And they know the day we wake up, that will be their end. It's in their book also. I think Isaiah chapter 30, if I'm still correct. Say you that did treacherously, the day you stop dealing treacherously, you must be did so. You that oppressing people, the day you stop oppressing people, you be oppressed. And they will not stop oppressing people until people rise up to stop them. You are the one that will stop white supremacy, Africans. You are the one that will stop white superiority. That's why they claim to be superior. They claim to be supreme. Because of what? They kill us and possess. Because they were inferior. We are never inferior. We never drag with anybody, whether we are superior or no. You don't need that. We live humanly. In humanity, there is no superiority. We live humanly. We care for one another. That's what cost us our heritage. But now we are learning because we were then there. So now we can rise up and recover our heritage, learn to kill and possess, and live well. God